Today, we're going to learn some relevant words that you need in your conversation about diversity. Our first word is equity. Equity is all about fairness or justice in the way people are treated. Think of it as a synonym for fairness and justice. On the flip side, its antonym is inequity or injustice. To put it in a sentence, we could say, the company aims to promote equity by ensuring all employees have access to the same opportunities. So don't get it twisted. Equity isn't about everyone getting the same slice of the pie. It's about everyone getting a slice they deserve. Remember, equity isn't just about equal distribution, but about fairness. Next up is bias or biased. A bias is a tendency to lean in a certain direction, either in favor of or against a particular thing. It's like a personal preference that can cloud your impartial judgment. In other words, it's a preconceived notion or prejudice. Its opposite, that would be impartiality or fairness. Let's use it in a sentence. His bias towards the team caused him to overlook their faults. So, a bias can affect our judgment without us even realizing it. Our third word is belonging. Belonging is a feeling of being part of something and being accepted by it. It's a sense of connection that comes from sharing experiences and values. Synonyms for belonging include inclusion and acceptance, while its antonyms are exclusion and rejection. Let's put it in a sentence. She finally found a place of belonging in her new community. Remember, feeling a sense of belonging is crucial for everyone. Let's move on to underrepresented and overrepresented. When we say something or someone is underrepresented, we mean they're not given enough representation or visibility. It's synonymous with neglected. On the other hand, overrepresented means there's too much representation or visibility. You could say it's abundant. For instance, in a group photo, if one color dominates, it's overrepresented, while others may be underrepresented. Keep in mind, representation matters, be it underrepresented or overrepresented. Our last word for today is metrics. Metrics are essentially a method of measuring something. Think of them as a yardstick, a gauge to assess or evaluate certain aspects. They're the opposite of guesswork or estimates. For instance, in a conversation about diversity, we might say, by using certain metrics, we can measure the level of representation in a group. So you see, metrics aren't just numbers. They're tools that help us quantify and understand things better. Now, let's summarize all the words we've learned today. Equity, a term referring to fairness or justice. Bias or biased, which is a preconceived opinion or a tilt towards something. Belonging, a deep-seated feeling of being accepted and included. Under or overrepresented, terms that denote the proportion of a group in a certain context. And finally, metrics, a way to measure or track. So these were some important words to understand and use when discussing diversity. Keep practicing them,